Ladies and gentlemen, the probability of perspiration is probably going to be 100% again today. Let us bring in the man, Pat Pagano. Good morning, Pat.
And good morning. And let me tell you, I was up at the lake and everybody says, oh, that's a great place to be. Yeah, usually it is. It was just oppressive.
Yeah.
Oppressive. I mean, again, these cabins don't have air conditioning. It was very, very, very uncomfortable. We'll talk about that in a minute. Meanwhile, today, heat advisories are up. Hazy, hot, moderately humid, 90 to 95 today, like yesterday. Could there be a thunderstorm? Yeah, at most random. Partly cloudy tonight, low 70s. Hazy and humid Tuesday, not as hot, mid 80s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms firing up in the afternoon. Wednesday, some sun with showers and thunderstorms, 80 to 85. Notice how the temperatures keep dropping slowly. Thursday, showers and thunderstorms, 75 to 80. By Friday, we'll probably have showers, and we will not get out of the 60s. How's that? Starting in the 90s on Monday, dropping to the 60s on Friday.
How you like them apples?
This is only in New England, folks. You can't get that elsewhere. I mean, down across the South, that's just unheard of. You never, ever get that stuff in the South.
Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Well, I don't care. I don't care if it rains or freezes as long as I got my warm weather in the summertime.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Anything over 60 is fine with me. Anything over 60 is fine with me.
Again, at least it cooled down Saturday night. Again, did a lot of the cleanup work. There was no change from the couple of mouse droppings.
So then it was probably old things that you missed.
That was old things, yeah. I'm pretty sure because I basically moved every single piece of furniture in that cabin. I found nothing, absolutely nothing. And I mean, I moved couches. I moved the benches in the kitchen. Generally places that I normally would find it, I found nothing. So I was very, very happy about that. And of course, I cleaned that whole area too. And then Sunday when I came home from church, it was so hot and humid. I said, I got to get out there and put up the solar lighting and everything like that because when you have to go out at night, it's very dark. I mean, you'll have a flashlight, but it's nice to have the solar lighting. I have it worked out so that it's motion detection, so that if you go down the steps, each step lights up. You walk up the pathway lights up as you're walking. It's just so nice. So I got all of that. Well, anyhow, before I did that, I said, you know what? I'm going to get a nice big bag, garbage bag. I'm going through these kitchen drawers, and I'm going to throw out whatever I don't need. I mean, you just keep stuff, and, every drawer becomes a junk drawer. So I did the junk drawer. I did the silverware drawer. And then the last drawer was the utensil drawer. And when I pulled it out, guess what?
What?
It was filled.
Oh.
And I could tell you, and I'll be very honest, I don't remember the last time I pulled that drawer out.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if I did, I would pull it out just to get one thing and close it right away. I don't ever remember pulling it out or ever remember cleaning it. It has to be years. So I wasn't even concerned about it because, in my opinion, whatever was there for a year. May have been there from the year before. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Marshall, there's nothing else anywhere in the cabin. Nothing in the sink, nothing near the bread box, nothing near the door, nothing. So, no, I don't buy it. Because, when those little critters traveled around, they generally deposit every place they travel.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So I'm thinking, I'll monitor it, but I'm thinking it was great. Slept Saturday night. Okay, it was very warm and humid. Very warm and humid. I mean, it did cool down by morning to about 63 degrees, but most of the night was very warm and humid. And I'll tell you, one thing that I'm very surprised about, I'm passing this on to our listeners. I've never seen so many ticks in my life.
Oh, God, yeah. They're just all over the place.
I pulled off 4 on Shirley, and thank goodness she has hair. She doesn't have fur. And I do have the all-natural collar around her, and I do have that natural spray. Wondercide, it was on the Shark Tank, and I sprayed it with that. So the ticks that I pulled off were in her hair, not on her skin. Nevertheless, they were alive,
Yeah.
but they weren't burrowing toward the skin. So I got those off, and let me tell you, they're not easy to kill either.
Yeah.
I threw it on the floor. I stepped on it. It was still moving.
Oh. Got to flush them down the toilet.
That's what I did. Well, we don't have a toilet yet.
Yeah.
The porta potty's coming on Tuesday. But what I did is I put them down the sink drain and then pumped, because we have a big pump.
Yeah.
And I pumped, so that was that. And then last night I came home, or yesterday afternoon I came home, and of course I couldn't wait to get into the shower, and I just noticed on my big toe it looked like hit my toe.
Yeah.
I looked real close, and guess what?
Tick.
You got it. On my big toe. Now that I had to pull out, and then I put peroxide on it and an ointment, antibiotic. So I mean, I never heard of a tick on your toe. Is that where tic-tac-toe comes from?
That's where it's going to go to, anyways.
Anyhow, so I'm kind of upset about that whole thing because, you don't look forward to it. But I heard also, folks, you could look into this, but I heard that this is the time where the ticks basically reproduce, and once they reproduce in June, they die out.
Well, they don't die out. They don't. You need a really, really bitter cold 2 or 3 months in wintertime for them to vanish. And then they come right back as soon as it warms up. They're just resilient little buggers.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Don't watch Solos on Amazon.
Oh, don't?
No. I liked it, okay? But
Okay.
you have to watch it carefully. It's 7 great actors doing seven monologues, okay? And you have to go into it knowing that somehow all these things tie together, even though they're different. I love the first 2, and I love the last one with Morgan Freeman. And there was one in the middle with an actress I didn't know that she was in a safe house. So I watched the whole thing, and I gave it a 7 out of 10, okay? But that's because I followed it very closely. If you can get past the first one and understand that there's other ones coming that match up with it, then you can watch all 7. But if you can't get past the first one, forget all the rest.
Wow.
Yeah. And the acting's great. It's not that the acting's great. It's just that it's very disjointed. Very, very, very disjointed. So.
Did you ever watch Nobody?
Yes, I've watched Nobody.
It was very good, wasn't it?
I loved it. I loved it.
I thought you would love that.
What a sleeper movie that is. That's great.
A sleeper. I gave that a 10 plus. I thought it was really
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Well, we got to get out of here already.
Yes, listen, keep cool, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the morning.
Okay, check that toe. All right.
It should be okay.
Okay. Take care, Pat.
Thanks, Marshall.
Pat Pagano this morning at the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast here on Robin Hood Radio.